Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh, we're at week 3 already, and we are going to be talking about heading to the launch. You guys have been doing an amazing job getting your group set up. We've talked about your core offer. We talked about the path to the sale, how to create your nurturing strategies, and really start getting those posting strategies that move people down the path to the sale. Today, before we get started and head to the launch, what I want to do is I want to walk you through a process of a self audit for your group. The main goal of our group is it's our sales funnel. It's where we're collecting the people who are engaging in what we're doing. They want to know about us, they want to know about our product, and they're the people who want to purchase our product. We're going to talk about how the Facebook personal page, the Facebook business page, all should be pointing to our group so that if someone lands on our personal page, there's no excuse for them to say, I didn't know you were an artist, right? They should also know that you have a group, a VIP group, a really fun, amazing group where they can learn more about your artwork and purchase your artwork. The same thing should happen on your business page. We need to have a business page that's pointing to our group. When people find us, a lot of times people are going to find us first through our page, and we want, if we find people or if people find us and they land on our page, we want them to know about this really great VIP art group that we have. So I'm going to walk you first through the audit. This has already been downloaded into the onboarding group, so you have access to it. Here's what I'm going to recommend. Do a self audit first. Go ahead and see what your group looks like. Is it meeting all these requirements? Is everything set up properly? And then what I want you guys to do is, if you want to, go ahead and ask someone to do an audit for you as well. Maybe do a trade, right? Okay, so we're going to be doing that, and that's what we're going to take a look at right now. So I'm super excited. Okay, I'm going to first walk you through the strategy and what we're looking for, and then I'm going to do an audit of one of the group members. Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and share screen. All right, here is the document. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, the first thing I want you to ask yourself is, I want you to start thinking about your group size, right? Is your group growing, right? That's what we need to do. That's the self audit. You need to keep an eye on the size of your group. How many members are you admitting every week or every month? Is your group big enough to convert to sales? Is your group big enough to convert to sales? Are you happy with your organic traffic? Are you getting enough people into your group on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, in order to keep growing your group? We're also going to start talking a little bit about the banner image. Is it engaging? Can your audience quickly understand what you do? Is it easy to identify when someone is looking for your page, right? Like if someone's looking for you and they're in Facebook and they're searching for you, can they find you? Does your image fit in the space? Does it let them know that there's information behind the banner, right? And what information are you putting behind the banner? Easy to understand, and reward those people for clicking behind there. Okay. The about section, I'm just going to make sure that it's filled out, it's clear and concise. If you need help with the about section, that is what Kira Ramsey is really great at doing. Our copywriter is able to come in and help you build out that concise about section. Make sure that you have an announcement post. Okay. What is the most important thing that you want, that information you want to deliver? The announcement post can stay static for a couple weeks, or you can, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, make sure that whatever's the most important information happening during your season, it should be your announcement post. So if you're going to a launch, it better be about how great the sales is going to be. If you're in between launches, what's the most important information that you want them to know? Okay. Posting. I'm just going to recommend that you start analyzing what kind of post and really make your nurturing and posting strategy better and better all the time. Are you using your problem to solution posting strategy? That's what we talked about last week. Clean out some posts that don't add value. I might be able to find a couple to give you an example. But if you update that image on your banner, it'll post that you updated that image, and it may not be important enough to keep in your feed. Okay. You should have a welcoming new members post. Let me think here. What percentage of your posts share the information about you and your work? I want to go and make sure that as soon as I'm looking through your group, I understand what you're doing. I'm starting to learn about you. When you post something that's not about your artwork, so if you're doing a fun fact, I want to see that that information is tying back to your artwork somehow. So if you do a history lesson on Valentine's Day, you better tie it back to the fact that you have paintings that will show your best friend, your spouse, your loved one that you really care about them, right? So it's not just telling them about Valentine's Day, it's then solving their problem, right? And tying it back to your artwork, okay? I want to see Facebook Lives when I'm going through, that it looks like you're doing a Facebook Live once a week. Engagement. Start looking at your engagement and analyzing what is the best time of the week to post, what's the best time of the day to post, where are you getting more engagement? In your engagement, are you solving your audience problems with posting? Can you see that people are engaging and you're like, you're starting to understand even more specifically what their problems are? What percentage of your posts are give posts, that give ask post, and the ask? Here's the thing I'm going to let you guys know. When people first start their groups, that third one, asking for the sale, asking someone just to do something without giving, I don't see a whole lot of those. And I recommend doing an ask post at least once a week, which is basically asking for the sale. Doesn't mean that every week you're going to sell, but it helps people, it nurtures people, because they, number one, understand that you're a selling artist. Number two, you're going to give them an idea of what your price point is. So when they do ask the question, hey, how much is it? It helps them not be shocked at what your price is. There should be no reason why they're like, well, holy cow, I didn't know that your artwork was priced like that. Okay. Make sure you're responding to the comments that are left on your post. Are you nurturing, are you using your nurturing posting strategy, that problem to solution? Are you making offers, right? I'm always going to ask you guys that. Make sure you're making offers. Are you entertaining, educating, cheerleading? Are you celebrating your sales? Are you telling people, woohoo, I'm so excited. This piece is heading to its new home in Florida, and I can't wait to see it on the wall, right? Can't wait to see where it's going to be living, okay? So that is the group audit. We next need to make sure that our business page and our personal page is basically pointing to our group, telling people, hey, we have this amazing group. I want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the freebies, any of the fun, any of the entertaining, all that stuff that we're going to be doing inside of our group. So when I take a look at a business page, I'm making sure that the banner image, the real estate, you're using that real estate. I'm going to do that same thing, make sure that the image looks good there and it's not off-centered, it's not overflowing over the limits of that image. Where does your learn more button go? All right. And posting that directs people to your group, and you include the link to your group in that post. Pin a post. Inside of our group, it's called marking an announcement. Inside of our pages, it's called pinning a post. That's your most important post that you want people to see. It's the first one that they'll see when they come onto your business page. And then the about section. This is an area where we can tell people about that we're artists and what we do, and we can lead them to the group there as well. Inside of our personal page, it's a very similar audit to the business page. We're going to make sure that the banner image fits, that we're using our real estate. The introduction section is filled out and lets people know that we're an artist and what we're doing. I'm going to talk a little bit about making sure that you're maximizing the number of friends that you have on your personal page. When we are driving traffic organically, we don't have a whole lot of options of how we find people to ask them to our group. And one of the main ways is through the number of people who are following us on our personal page. There are a few other ways, right? We can post in other people's groups and all that kind of stuff. But when people come to us, when we invite them to come to us, any way that we invite someone to come to us or they happen upon us, they need to know that we're an artist, and there's no reason that someone should say, I had no idea she was an artist. I had no idea he did that, right? And so we also need to create posts that direct people to our group, which including the link to our group. We need to make it super simple, take away any of like, well, wait, I'm confused, because I'll guarantee you, not everybody understands the power of the groups, and not everybody understands the difference between pages and groups. So you need to educate them. You need to make it as simple as possible for when you say, you're going to want to be at this VIP group because there are amazing things happening. They're getting free art, freebies, coupons, art right off of my easel, whatever you're using to encourage people to go to your group, you better make it simple, like one click so they can get there, okay? So this document is available for you, right? My goal is to get you information quickly and easily, all right? I don't let typos get me stuck, okay? I have a lot of information that I disseminate not only to you guys, but to the art bosses who are further along in the curve. And so please, as I was reading through this, I'm like, yep, grammar, yep, and I fix what I can, all right? But after I've read through it once, my brain autocorrects it for me, okay? So just want to give you guys a heads up. Take this document, print it out and put it into your handbook that you're going to take with you, okay? If it bugs you that there's a typo in there, then put it in your own document and fix it, right? It's going to say it. Can't get stuck on typos. And I'm so glad that you guys are here, and I just want you guys to know that, right? I'm not going to get stuck on typos. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and stop sharing because I want to do the audit for you guys now, okay? I actually have talked to Kayla. Kayla has given me permission to look at her group and just kind of look at all that real estate. So I'm going to do that right now. I haven't really taken a look at it, so I'm just going to do it on the fly, and I'm going to pretty much say, yep, I like this. Yep, that's there. Yes, this is here. If I can make any recommendations, I will. But the reality is I want you guys to see the process of doing one of your audits on your own. And then again, if you want to ask one of your teammates, you've got 9 other art bosses who are in the onboarding group who need this help right now. Do a trade. Say, hey, I'll look at yours if you look at mine, right? And you're going to be having access to more art bosses who are in the main group, okay? You can ask them, or you can take a look at their pages and their groups and see what's going on, okay? Awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share screen, and we are going to take a look at Kayla's, let's see here. Got lost for a second. Here we go. Okay. All that, let me see here. I'm going to do this. I actually want to look for Kayla's personal page first. I'm going to go a little bit backwards. Instead of when we build out our group, I kind of say build out your group and then make sure everything points to it. But now I'm going to go the other direction. I want to look at her personal page first. I know this is her group. So let me close down all the stuff that's going on here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's try here. I'm just looking for her. There it is. Okay, Kayla Troutman. All right, so here we are. If someone is friends with Kayla, this is where they probably would first come. First would be like, maybe someone she went to high school with, maybe someone that she's friends with, and they're like, hey, I hear Kayla has this really great art page. The first thing they're probably going to do is go to her personal page. So I really like this. Her image fits inside of the space very nicely. She's informing them, click here to join me in my studio. So she's enticing them to come to her group. And her portrait image, what she looks like is here. I like that too. You have a choice. You could put a logo here. I want to see your face, right? We're trying to create that personal connection. So I'm going to click to see what's behind this banner. So click here to join me in my studio. All right. So she's basically saying, join me in my studio group for free art, VIP access to my studio. Yeah, she's making it sound really awesome and amazing. Behind the scenes inspiration to help make your soul shine. Great. So here's the group. She posted the link. I love that. And here's what I also like. Sometimes people don't think to hover over this. You got to remember, everybody has different understanding of Facebook. So, I mean, she also posted the link to her group here in the comments. The other nice thing is it gets engagement points, right? Even if we're the one posting, it gives us engagement points. So good. I love that. I love that. All right. So I'm coming here. She's using her real estate here. She's telling everybody she's an oil painter, where she's from. I think there's 50 or 75 characters. I can't remember. There's not a ton. And she is giving everybody information to learn about her. So love it. Join my group. She's inviting everybody. Also, in this introduction, here's what I'm going, yes, she's using this real estate. She's letting people know that she has, this is going to take us to her page, all right? If we clicked on this, this would take us to her page. It's just the way Facebook's set up. I've tried to put my group in there, you just can't. But I love how she went here, and so when you hover over this, she's telling everybody a little bit about herself and what's going on, and she put the link to her group. So we can get to her group there, okay? Let's see. If you own any other businesses that are related to art, go ahead and put that here. Fill out this real estate. I like that. In your photos, you can also create a collection of photos that are art photos as well. So you can do that as well and put those here. And I think you can curate it. I'd have to go into my back end, but I believe you can do a slideshow, and I believe you can do just one image, or you can do multiple images. So it's something that just to consider, right? So when people come in, they see your friends, they come down and see your artwork, see more about your friends, and that looks great. That looks great. So the last thing I want to look here is just kind of check out the posting and see what's going on in the posting. Now remember, this is our personal page, so we can't do offer post here. That's the only thing we can't do on our personal page, is we're not really allowed to sell on Facebook in our personal page. It's a rule of Facebook. They're not super diligent, like they don't monitor it a lot, but they do go through, like they can get something up and they'll just go through and close down accounts if there's too much selling happening. It's happened all the time, but it has. Okay, so I'm seeing this. I love this. She's telling us a little bit about her artwork. It looks like she even shared this one. This is her personal page, so really having a little bit of different information in here other than art is totally cool. Here's another one of her paintings. She's encouraging people. Let's see what it says, see more. She's encouraging people to come to her group, but because she shared it, I bet this was a hyperlink here. It's not a hyperlink anymore. So maybe one thing to consider is when you're sharing something from your group to your personal page, recognize I think the hyperlinks don't work anymore. And so maybe one thing to do here is to come back in and put the link to your group here. Make it really simple for people to make it to your group. So basically everything looks good here. She's doing a lot of sharing from her group. And again, I think that's great. Now this one, she updated her cover photo, and that is showing up here. I like this photo, so I would keep it. And you do have access to the group here. You have the hyperlink that's going to take you. Okay. All right. Looks good. It looks good. I think the only thing I would change is making sure you have a link to your group. Again, I'm guessing that when you shared this, it was a hyperlink, but it just didn't move over. Okay. So good. Okay, so now I want to check out her business page. Okay, I want to make sure on her personal page, she's definitely sharing with people. She's got this great group. Okay, it's easy when you come here to see she's an artist and she has this really great place where fun things are happening. Now, I believe this is her business page. I'm going to click on that. It should take me right over to her business page. It does. Awesome. Again, this image relates to that other one. I totally know it's her. I totally see, okay, it all makes sense. Visually, everything's pulling together. She's letting people know that there's free art behind, click here, free art, click here. Love that. I'm just going to click on it to see what it is. Join my group for free art. She's not delivering it here, and that's good too. That's something else I want to talk about. Don't deliver your free art when you're still in your personal page or your business page. Make them come to your group to get the free art. So great job. Again, the hyperlink here and the actual link down in your comments, so you get a few points for engagement. All right. Okay, I want to make sure that her visit group link works, right? This can say learn more. You can say I think schedule a call. There's a lot of different options. You only can pick one, and I like the visit group one or the learn more. It's totally up to you. So visit group, I'm just going to click on it, make sure it does go to her group. Sure does. Now, again, same image. I like that. There's continuity and people go, yep, I'm in the right place. I'm wondering though, if it shouldn't be a little bit different. If you have another image, maybe a different angle, so that people don't think they're still in that other page. So not a big deal, just something that when I first clicked on it, I wasn't sure that it went anywhere. You know, sometimes you click on stuff and it doesn't go anywhere, but I quickly knew I was in my group, but other people might not. They might still think they're in that other place. That image is so similar. I think it's the same image. It's just missing that click here button. So again, minor, but I just wanted to say, maybe if you had even a recropping of it, or something that you're like, yep, I'm in a new place. Okay, so I'm going to go back and take a look at that page again. Okay. Um, Again, love this, that you have, the connection to your, this is, the @ and you're an artist, you're claiming what you are, you're telling people this about section is important as well. Tell people what you do so that they know that you're a visual artist. So there's no excuse that they're not like, I didn't know that Kayla was an artist. So I love that you have this filled out. Your photos look good. Your videos look good. Page transparency. We'll talk a little bit more about page transparency later on, some of the valuable information that's back there. But it's not about your funnel. Okay. But we're going to be talking about that in a couple weeks, probably next week, maybe even this week. I don't know. We're going to talk about that. Okay. So now I'm going to take a look at the posting that she's doing. I'm just going to make sure that she's reminding people that she has a group, and that they, although they're here, they're going to get even more when they join the group, right? So she's telling people about what she's doing. Here's that link to the group, the hyperlink. And you could even go ahead and put your link to your group here. Again, instead of just 2 comments, you'd have 3, right? Again, you're showing people about your artwork. I love that. One thing I just keep moving people to your group. Just keep using this place. The reality is, you need your Facebook business page to run ads. And when you start running ads, sometimes people won't click on the learn more button, but they'll click on the hyperlink to go straight to your business page. When they land on your business page, you need to make sure they're getting to your group, right? So that's the biggest reason why we want to have all of this really pointing to our group. Remember, the reason we want people at our group is because our reach is so much better in our group than it is in our business page. There's not much you can do to get your business page reach up beyond 7%. Inside of your group, you can get a 50, 60, 100% reach depending on how much is going on inside of your group and how much engagement's happening, okay? All right, so this looks great too. I'm gonna just click on the visit group since this makes it really easy. I'm gonna go to the group and I'm gonna start looking at everything on her group. All right, so again, I like this image, really like it. Let's see, I don't think there's anything behind this. She gave Ever Studio photo credit. It doesn't bother me that there isn't anything here, but if there is something that people constantly ask you about, you can put it here and it's really easy to find. So if someone kind of like puts a post and says, hey, you said there's free art and digital downloads, where do I find it? This is a simple place to put it. Just double click on the banner. You can go double click on that banner and download your download. Okay. So this is a place where you can deliver it really easily instead of making people have to scroll through the post to find the free digital download. Okay. But it doesn't bother me that there isn't anything there except for the photo credit. Totally fine. Just think about that. There's real estate here that will serve you later on. If you remember my Art Boss formula, I have a workbook that I deliver, and everybody's always going, where's the workbook? Where's the workbook? And when I'm like, it's in the unit section in this unit, and it's more difficult to explain, right? So if there's something you want to deliver really quickly and easily, put it right there. So perfect. Okay, so let me see here. Banner image, it's engaging, yes. Your audience can quickly understand what you're doing, yes. If it's in the space, yes. Let them know that there's information behind the banner. Again, we talked a little bit about that. If you ever want to deliver information quickly and easily, that's where you would put it. And the about section is filled out. Your about section is long, right? It's probably 3 or 4. I don't remember what your limit is on that, but really it's just to this point right here that shows up. The most important thing should be right here. Whatever you want to tell people should be your first sentence or two. Let's see here. The announcement post. Let's take a look at that. Okay, right now there isn't an announcement post. Again, she's posting every day, so it's probably not a big deal that there isn't an announcement post. But if there's something super important you want to share with your group, the announcement post is the first thing they see when they come in, right? I do know that Kayla does welcome to the group posts. And so I like to see those in the feed as well. It's a really good opportunity because when you do the welcome to the group post, which is available, you can go into your members and it'll say, hey, you got 25 new members this week. Welcome them. Click that button and welcome them, because what that does is it tags all those people. So you don't have to tag them. It just saved you 20 minutes, not 20 minutes, saved you a couple minutes, because now you don't have to like look for your new members and tag them all. It does that for you. So make sure that you're welcoming your new members. Let me see here. What else? What percentage of the post is about your artwork? Yes, she's doing a really great job showing everybody about her artwork. She's doing her Facebook Lives. It looks like she's doing multiple a week, which is great. You want to do more than one a week? Absolutely. Let's see, what else? If you're posting something that is not about your artwork, which it looks like most of Kayla's post is about her artwork, but if you choose to do an education post or a fun fact Friday or something like that, make sure that you're always tying that back to your artwork somehow, right? Engagement, she's getting engagement. Make sure that when you get engagement that you're responding back, which she is, okay? She's basic, she is talent, she's perfect. Just make sure, especially while you're growing your group and in the spurts and during those times where your group is growing really fast, you want to be engaging back. Okay. You got to do that. I'm looking through here for the percentage of like the give, ask, and ask post. She's doing a lot of giving. She's nurturing. She's doing a really good job. Here's what I would say. I'm not seeing, don't get me wrong, but I'm just looking quickly. I'm not seeing a whole lot of offer post. So that would be something. Let people know. Here, like this. This is a welcome post. Look at how everybody's tagged. Okay. Let people know what your artwork costs. Give them an idea in a safe environment where they can say, oh my goodness, right? Hey, a 16 by 20 is this much, right? A reproduction is this much. They'll start engaging and asking questions. Okay. So I would say, go ahead and start doing some offer posts once a week. When you're in launch mode, it's like a whole lot more. But when you're in between launches, once a week, just give people an idea of what it costs. But we don't want to do every post you don't want to be an offer post, because then people will start going, oh, okay. So right now, just like one post. And then when you're in promotion and launch weekend, oh my goodness, everything is a ask post, but not right now. Okay. Let's see here. Make sure you're entertaining, educating, nurturing. It all looks good. And are you celebrating your sales? I happen to know that Kayla sold a painting. She let us know. And I would say, let people know that you're selling your artwork. It, number one, sets you up as a leader in the industry. Number two, it lets people know you're a selling artist. People want to buy from selling artists. Okay, so go ahead. I don't typically tell people who it's going to. I might, but typically don't. Usually when I tell people who purchase a painting, it's because they sent me a picture of the artwork in their home. And then I'll be like, that's when I'll let people know who purchased from me. Okay. But I would say be careful for multiple reasons, letting people know who's buying from you. You want to protect your customer, and also you want to protect your business. Okay. All right. Other than that, I think that's about it. That's about it. This looks really great. I think everything is lined up. It's totally pointing everybody to, let's go ahead and stop sharing. It, like, everybody knows there's a group. It's constantly pointing to that group. And you know, like the few improvements that are there are like really just, this is a big one for most people when you first start your group, is finding the right amount of posting where you're telling people about your artwork and how much it costs. All right. And just be direct, make an offer, like ask people if they want to purchase. All right. And then after you sell something, let people know that you sold it. Right. It creates the urgency. Okay. All right, guys, that is it for the audits. Again, reach out to some of your fellow art bosses if you would like help and input. You know, doing a self audit is really helpful to make sure everything's lined up. Asking another person to audit your group for you helps when your messaging might not make sense, when the words that you put on your page are like, I'm a little confused. It'll help you to get some feedback from some of your fellow art bosses. All right, guys. You have a really great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.